as we all know, Mel Schilling is an expert, a relationship expert on Married at First Sight. But away from that show, she has been busy raising awareness about the signs and symptoms of colon cancer following her own diagnosis and treatment for the disease over the past year. And she's here this morning, and it's lovely to see you, Mel, with some good news.
Thank you.
You're doing well.
I am doing well. The cancer's in remission.
Oh, it's brilliant.
Oh, Lorraine, it's been a year. What a year.
I know.
You've
been through it. When you look back to the Christmas that you've just had, to the one before, couldn't be more different.
Yeah. Well, Christmas Eve last year, I just got out of hospital and I just made it home in time for Christmas. And it was...
tough.
I mean, it was pretty grim. You know, it was really just feeling very grateful to be out of hospital, but still in a lot of pain and recovering. And so fast forward a year to the Christmas we've just had. It was my first cold Christmas and we went crazy. We went Christmas crazy.
You're quite right.
We did. We went to Salzburg. We did the markets.
Brilliant.
I had my first mulled wine.
It has to be done.
We don't do that in Australia because it's hot.
That's true. You'd have to do cold mulled wine and it really wouldn't be the same. It wouldn't be the same.
No, it doesn't sound right.
This is great. And of course, I know how fierce you are about wanting to make sure that more people are getting scanned, bring the age limit down, and that we're very aware of the symptoms as well.
Well, I think one of the big issues that came out of this for me is that I wasn't listening to my body.
Right.
You know, I was just full speed ahead. I'm doing my job, you know, travelling the world, doing my thing, living my best life. But all of these symptoms were happening in my body and I wasn't paying attention. There was pain, there was constipation. You know, I hadn't been to the toilet for 3 weeks by the time it became acute.
Jeez.
And I somehow managed to ignore that.
You do that, don't you? There's a thing that we do, and I think women are very guilty of it sometimes, of I'm busy. And, you know, I don't have time for this. I don't have time for this. And it'll go away by itself.
Right.
And, of course, it doesn't, for goodness sake.
And you're right, particularly as women, if we have symptoms in the abdominal region generally, we say, I've got to toughen up.
Yeah.
You know, that's something to do with my cycle or it's a hormonal issue. And, you know, we've grown up knowing that every month we have pain and we just have to get on with it.
Yeah.
So we have that tendency to grin and bear it. And I think there's a flow on there to the medical profession where, you know, they're very quick to dismiss a woman with pain.
That's true. We did a lot on that last year. There's this kind of imbalance.
That's right.
You know, you're kind of told, oh, like, as you said, oh, it's your monthly cycle or it's your hormones or it's your pre-menopause or post-menopause or whatever it may be. Yeah?
That's right.
So you have to listen to your body. And sometimes you've got to fight as well.
You do.
It's hard, but you do have to.
And that's something I've learned. I have a couple of friends who I would call health mentors, who are women I've met through my journey who are further down the bowel cancer journey than myself. And I've learnt from them that you do not say, yes, thank you, to the doctor. You say, tell me more. And if I'm not happy with the answer, you ask for more. You get a second and third opinion. Yeah. You know, I think that's one of the messages I want to get clear.
Absolutely, absolutely. And the thing about the work that you do and the show that you do, which of course is a brilliant show, and it's hugely entertaining, but the audience, I mean, you've got people my age watching it, you've got my daughter watching it, you've got kids watching it. So you're able, because of this platform, to get that message across to so many people.
Yes, and it's not an old person's disease.
Not at all,
anymore.
not at all.
You know, it used to be thought of that way.
I know.
But I've been flooded with messages from people in their 20s and 30s saying, I had the same diagnosis as you, Mel, or I'm having similar symptoms. Thanks for the nudge. I'm going to go get it checked out. So I think, you know, my message is if you're having symptoms, if you're, you know, noticing a change in your bowel habits, let's not be scared to talk about it anymore.
I know.
It's just poo. Lorraine, it's just poo.
Well, that's what our gorgeous Deborah used to always say. She used to always go, check your poo. I can still hear her to this day. And
I love that.
And breaking down those barriers, and you're playing your part in doing that, which is absolutely fantastic. So it is about, don't be embarrassed. You know, don't be embarrassed, because we all do it, right? We all do it, we do. Now, look, I can't have you on at this time of year especially. Lots of people are wanting to make changes in their life, do all of these things. And dating, thank the Lord I don't have to get out there anymore, because I don't know what I would do. I really don't.
Oh, the men of the UK would love that, wouldn't they?
They would. I think they'd be terrified. Advice on what to do if you're thinking about dipping your toe in the great dating arena. What should you do?
OK, well, number one, make sure you're date ready.
Right.
I think just because you're single doesn't mean you're ready to date, particularly if you've come out of a long-term relationship or a marriage and you're just starting to move back into it. Check yourself. You know, can you talk about your previous relationship in a way that doesn't make you emotional? Right. Have you got a little bit of emotional distance from that past relationship? Have you grieved? Have you processed? Have you recovered? That's number one, the emotional checking in with yourself. Number two is get clear on your dating brand. Ooh. Now, that might sound a little bit strange. You know, we often talk about your personal brand in your career or on social media, but when it comes to dating, particularly online dating, you need to have a brand. And really all that means is making sure the outside matches the inside. You know, be clear about who you are, what your values are, what's really, really important to you, and then present yourself in that way so you're attracting people who are going to be aligned with that.
I understand. There's no point in telling lies on it or exaggerating or covering up things that you do like and you don't like. So it's about being honest.
Honest
and clear.
Real.
Very, very clear.
People want you to be real. And thirdly, don't do it alone. You don't have to be alone. You know, dating can be such a tough pursuit. You know, there's a lot of ups and downs and there's a lot of rejection.
Sure.
So if you can go through it with some, what I call dating buddies, or have a dating club, you know, get together. In fact, I'm launching a program very soon called Date Squad, which is all about coming together in community, learning how to date in a strategic and smart way.
And helping each other,
supporting each other.
That's a good idea. Yeah. Wise women, wise women. Great news that you're doing so well.
Thank you,
it's
Lorraine.
absolutely fantastic. It really is. And long may it continue. I mean, that's brilliant. Do you know what? You'll find further information on the signs and symptoms of colon cancer on our website. Make sure that that's all there for you. Well, that's a wrap for this video. We hope you enjoyed it. We have all the best moments from the show right here on the channel. And if you like this video, then we think you'll love this one. See you next time.